Hello, Mrs. Charlesworth. Can you explain us which skills one requires to become Director of VIP and Royal Relations at Bentley?
Difficult to answer that question. I don't have any particular skills. I think it's a matter of experience. I think I've been fortunate to work with Bentley for nearly 40 years, and over that time I've got to know a lot of important people through the different jobs that I've had, and I guess it's just an ability to get on with everybody, however high or low they may be in the pecking order. And ability to get on with people, to listen to people, and to understand how Bentley can best meet their requirements.
What does your average day look like?
I'm not sure there's any such thing as an average day. Every day is a fun day. You wake up wondering what's going to happen today. But for me, I'm fortunate to be in contact with a lot of very important people, very influential people, and it's obviously a privilege to be able to deal with them. So an average day for me is probably like a lot of other people: time on the telephone, time on the email, time sitting talking to people about again what we can do as Bentley to meet their requirements in their motor cars. So no such thing as an average day really, but every day is different. Every day is enjoyable.
And what does a special day look like then?
I've had lots of special days, I guess, in this job. It's great to be associated with a marque that has such great history, but is a marque with character. Bentley has great character and involves great characters as well, so that's fun. But a special day for me, if I think back, would be perhaps when we presented Her Majesty the Queen with her Bentley State Limousine on the occasion of her Golden Jubilee back in 2002. So something like that is something that I can tell my children and will tell my grandchildren about one day. So I'm fortunate, because of the nature of my role representing Bentley, that I've had lots of special days like that.
So you met the Queen in her palace, or how did it go?
I've had the good fortune to meet the Queen a few times, but I've met the Queen at Buckingham Palace, I met the Queen at Windsor in the course of my job. As you can imagine, that's a very special thing for anybody to do, especially when she's such a warm and lovely person.
And are you then stressed in the morning? Do you sleep at night?
I don't want to sound complacent, but no, because I have the good fortune to deal with lots of people who are quite well known in the public eye, it's something I've grown accustomed to doing. I never forget that I'm who I am and they're who they are, so I'm obviously extremely respectful of who they are, but at the same time I try and be as natural as I can be, hopefully, and most of these people, especially people like Her Majesty the Queen, they're very good at setting people at ease, so they make you feel very comfortable and take away some of the nervousness that you're bound to have. But no, I sleep the night before.
Sometimes they say a lot of money, no limits. What's the most crazy thing someone ever asked you?
I think one of the great things about Bentley is that we are able to offer so much choice to people, whether it's in colour choices, in feature content. So people love to come to Crewe, visit us and explore ways they can make the car very personal to themselves. So we do have some unusual requests. Certainly we had somebody who came with a food mixer. The thing you mix your ingredients for your cakes in, which was a particular blue that they wanted on their car. And they brought the food mixer and said, "Can you match this?" Of course we could. We even had a gentleman in America send his Hawaiian shirt, multicoloured shirt, and he'd stitched a line around the colour that he wanted his car matched to, and we were able to do that as well. And he said he wanted the shirt back too, so we sent the shirt back. But we've matched nail varnish, we've matched tie colours, we've matched all sorts of things. So we're used to meeting very exacting requirements.
And concerning installation, some, special, Nespresso machine or something?
We've done that. I mean, in our early years, you could do a lot more. Nowadays, of course, like any other car maker, we're governed a lot more by legislation about what you can and can't put into cars. But we're probably more capable than any other manufacturer in the world of doing special features inside the car. I mean, behind me is the Birkin Edition Mulsanne, and you'd be surprised to see in the back of that you can press a door and press a button, a discreet door comes down. There's an illuminated refrigerator with 4 champagne flutes inside it. Not what you'd expect to see in a car, but that's the sort of thing we can do. And you look inside this car and see that there's electric, beautiful, dark walnut tables will fold down electrically, and there's your iPad inside. Not what you'd expect to see in a very traditionally built car, but you can sit in the back of this car and be connected to the world through your own Wi-Fi hotspot. So there's lots of things we can do that allow the car to be usable both for business and pleasure.
Talking about Birkin Mulsanne, you're dressed in a special way and there is a link to the car. Can you explain us a little bit?
With pleasure. I mean, we're here today primarily to talk about this Bentley Mulsanne limited to just 22 cars in continental Europe, which we're announcing here in Brussels today. So I thought it appropriate that I wear the right equipment. So this is a tie that we know as the Birkin Spot. Tim Birkin was a Bentley boy and racing driver back in the 1920s, and his characteristic apparel when he was driving was he'd wear his white leather helmet and he'd have a blue and white polka dot scarf, and everybody knew him for wearing that. So in our merchandise collection today you can still buy your Birkin Spot tie and your Birkin Spot cufflinks as well, you see. So there's something we can still do today that was a signature of Tim Birkin back in those days.
You're also wearing Birkin socks and a handkerchief, but these we can't buy in the shop, or can we?
No, well, no, you can't. No, that's my own personal extension to that. You see, I'm wearing the Bentley accessories, but also, yes, I've got my socks on, which were a Christmas present from my children that are reflecting the Birkin Spot. And as you rightly say as well, I always carry a handkerchief, and that's my Birkin Spot handkerchief as well. So I'm head to toe in Birkin today to celebrate the launch of the Birkin limited edition.
And you always dress to the occasion?
Try to, yes. I think we always have to try and look the part for our jobs, don't we? So, you know, it's respect to the customers and respect to our friends from the media who are here today that we dress appropriately.
And your pocket watch, it's a part of your dress code?
Yeah, it's a personal thing. I mean, most people wear wristwatches. I hate wearing a wristwatch. I don't like it when I have something on my wrist. And you know, when you go to concerts or shows sometimes and they give you a band that they put round and stick on your hand, I hate having that restriction round, and I hate the feeling of something catching on my shirt. So personally, I never wear a wristwatch. I don't like it. So for all my life, really, all my adult life, I've had a pocket watch. I have my pocket watch at the end of a chain here, you see, which it's on British time, I'm afraid, so not European time, but it's not particularly valuable, but it's just special to me. It's quite lightweight, so it doesn't pull my lapel down, and I'm just able to wear it in my pocket, and I don't even notice it's there.
It's a family piece or a present from someone?
No, I mean, it was where I used to live in this village in England. There was a little jeweller's down the road, and I saw this pocket watch there. I knew the jeweller, and it was there for about a year, and I couldn't understand why it was still there. I went in and asked him if there was something wrong with it. He said, no, it's just not sold. It had come in as part of a deceased gentleman's estate. You know, this old gentleman's family had come in with a shoebox with lots of jewellery in, and he bought it for a certain amount for the lot. And he had this in his shop window for £120. And I said, will you take an offer? He said, yes. I said, how about 20? He said, deal. So, as you can see, I got a bargain. But it's just a very practical watch to wear every day.
Thank you.